What's going on, people, and welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV, and welcome back to another episode of Predict the Premier League, as we go through all the games in the Premier League this weekend and give our predictions. Obviously, Sim ain't here today, but he will be back very soon, and that is why we haven't done it over the last couple of weeks. Different kind of circumstances have not allowed us to do the video, but we are back, and we've got our scores ready and counting. It's 130 to Sim, 122 to myself, so I've got some catching up to do, but I'm confident I can get that back, no problem. So the way the scoring works, it's 5 points for a correct scoreline, 3 points for correct result and both teams to score or not, and 1 point for a correct result. And there's also the star man as well, where we both pick a player and it's a 1 point for an assist, 2 points for a goal. So let's get straight into it, and let's start off with the opening game of the weekend, which is Leicester against Chelsea. Simeon has gone for 3-2 to Chelsea. I've gone for 1-0 to Chelsea. I mean, with the host of injuries, with Romelu Lukaku out, on the back of that 1-1 draw with Burnley, I mean, I'm going to go for Chelsea to win, but I don't think it will be many goals in this one. I think Leicester, they've been flattering to deceive, let's say that, this season, with a couple of good results in there. I do suspect that they will raise their game for this game, but I'm just going to go for 1-0 to Chelsea. I can't see many goals in it. So let's move on. Aston Villa against Brighton. Both of us have gone for 1-1, which is, probably the most obvious option. Aston Villa with their brand new manager, Steven Gerrard, hoping to have a new manager bounce. They've been on shocking form, seeing as they sacked their manager. On the flip side, Brighton, after their really bright start to the season, they've started to fall off a bit. So I think Villa will be playing a lot better in this game, but I can't see them winning. I'm just going to go for 1-1. Playing it safe, to be honest. We both are. Next, move on to the next one, which is Burnley against Crystal Palace. We've both got contrasting opinions on this one. Simeon going for 2-1 to Burnley, and I'm going for 2-1 to Palace. And when you look at both of these teams, I think that they both, for how they've played this season, both don't have enough points on the board, and that's especially going to Crystal Palace. I've been really impressed with Patrick Vieira's side, the way that they play their football, completely the polar opposite to the way Roy Hodgson likes to play his football. So I like watching Crystal Palace, and I think they will just edge this one out. A tough place to go in Turf Moor. Burnley are probably looking at this game and thinking that they can get some points on the board, but I just have a feeling that Crystal Palace will just about nick this one. So I've gone for 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Sim has gone for 2-1 to Burnley. Let's move on. The next game on the Saturday, still 3 o'clock kickoffs here. Newcastle against Brentford. Sim going for 2-1 to Newcastle, and I'm going for 2-2 to Brentford. 2-2 a score draw there. But Newcastle have been shocking so far this season. They really have. But they do seem to get goals from somewhere. They really do. So not a bad shout from Sim, but I've gone for 2-2. I think that Brentford on a horrific turn of form at the moment, and I'm expecting them to get back to basics, get back to scoring goals, but they will concede a few. So I couldn't really pick a winner in this one, so I've gone for 2-2, but I'm interested to hear your opinions in the comment section below. The next game, 3 o'clock Saturday, is Norwich against Southampton. Both of us going for the exact same scoreline, and it seems to be a common theme with Southampton of late. 1-0 wins, back-to-back 1-0 wins, and we're both going for them to get a hat-trick of 1-0 wins on the bounce. Norwich with a brand new manager, Dean Smith, at the helm. Dean Smith has been saying recently that he doesn't think he needs new signings to keep Norwich up. I would definitely argue against that, and I would say that Norwich definitely have probably the worst squad in the Premier League, and they definitely need new signings if they are going to stay in this division. They've been shocking so far this season, pretty much rolling over for every team. But let's see if Dean Smith can come up with another answer for this Norwich side. But we've both gone for 1-0 to Southampton on the day. Watford against Manchester United in the next game. We've both gone for Man United wins. Sim going for 3-1. I'm going for 2-1. Apart from, since Claudio Ranieri has joined Watford, I mean, they had a great result against Everton in their second game, but apart from that, I haven't been impressed with them at all, to be honest. I think that Everton game was more of a one-off than a kind of rule for Watford, so I can't really see them getting anything from this game, albeit they probably will raise their game with Man United coming to town. But Manchester United, on the other hand, they're on a shocking run of results. They really are. They got rolled over by Manchester City, they got rolled over by Liverpool, and in between that they won the El Sacico against Tottenham, eventually getting Nuno sacked. But in hindsight, they might have wished they might have lost that game, because most of the Man United fans wanting Oli out at the moment. So maybe if they would have lost that, Oli would be without a job there and they would have Conte right now. But it wasn't to be. But when you look at it, I'm going for 2-1 to Man United just because I think Man United win, but I don't think it'll be a resounding victory. I think Man United will just sneak this one and get another 3 points over the line and seal Ollie's place for yet another week. But let's move on. Wolves against West Ham in the 5:30 kickoff on Saturday, which is going to be a very key matchup in my opinion. Sim's going 2-2. I've gone 1-1. It's going to be very hard to split these sides. I think Wolves have been very impressive this season, especially as of late. They're on stunning form, albeit had not a great result in the last time out. But apart from that, they've been pretty good over the last 5 weeks or so. West Ham are looking like a very, very tidy outfit this season. Had a great result against Liverpool last time out and a very much deserved win against Liverpool, to be honest. And they're just very, very hard side to beat. They really are solid at the back, strong going forward. Mikel Antonio was out on international duty for Jamaica, with Gold sending him a private jet, costing him £100,000 to bring him back to England. But let's see if he gets back on time. Let's see if he's fully fit as well. So if Antonio's out, I think they can struggle for goals, but I think Antonio will play, and I think it will be a score draw as we've both predicted. So Sim going 2-2, I've gone 1-1. Let's move on to the Sunday game, which is, sorry, not the Sunday game. This one is actually the 5:30 game. It's Liverpool against Arsenal. Sim going for a big result in 4-2 to Liverpool, and I'm going 3-1 to Liverpool. Both sides with a host of injuries. Arsenal without Aubameyang and Partey potentially. Liverpool have got a lot of late fitness tests to see who makes this one, but with Liverpool last time out, with a lackluster performance against West Ham, I expect them to be back on it this game against Arsenal. On the flip side, Arsenal won the form teams in the Premier League, which actually blows my mind to say that after the start to the season they had, but I think at 5-1, to be honest, Arsenal are actually not a bad shout to win this game, but I think Liverpool will turn up for this one and will win it quite convincingly. So Sim going 4-2, I'm going 3-1. Let me know your predictions in the comment section below as we move on to the Sunday's games. Man City against Everton. Everton absolutely shocking form at the moment. Man City flying high as always. Sim's gone for 3-0 to City. I've gone for 2-0 to City. I think they have had they're scoring quite a few goals in many games, but this Everton side, they've been shocking, but I do think they'll try and keep it tight against a rampant Man City side, but it just depends who turns up front for Man City, to be honest. A bit of Pep Guardiola roulette. It remains to be seen, but against a Rafa Benitez side, he likes to keep it tight at the back, so I don't think it will be a full-on bashing from Man City, so I've just gone for a 2-0. Pretty safe, to be fair, I think. But let's move on to the last game of the weekend, Tottenham against Leeds at White Hart Lane. Sim's gone for 2-1 to Spurs. I've gone for 2-0 to Spurs. As you saw last week against Everton, Spurs kept it very tight at the back, a very solid defensive performance. And I think they'll do that again. Romero might be out for this game, or more or less will be out for this game. But I think Joe Rodon or Davinson Sanchez can come in and slot in quite nicely in that back three. Leeds have been suffering from second season syndrome, in my opinion. They haven't been good at all, with some shocking results so far this season. So I think Spurs can win this one quite comfortably. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Tottenham. Sim's going for a 2-1 win. As we move over to the star man, I've gone for Harry Kane, funnily enough, after those 7 goals in international break, albeit against European minnows. But I think that it just shows that take ketchup off the table and Harry Kane starts performing. But Simeon's gone for Manchester United, Cristiano Ronaldo for his star man. But we'll have to see how this one plays out. I'm backing Harry Kane to get back in the goals this weekend. Sim's backing Ronaldo to carry on his goal scoring spree. But let me know who your star man is in the comment section below. Those are our predictions. Who do you think will come out on top this weekend? Is it going to be me, or is it going to be Sim to extend his lead? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.